Burnley 1, Wolves nil in another very poor performance, and probably now the end of Wolves' season. The European dreams and hopes are probably out of reach. I've not even checked the West Ham United result, to be fair. I'm going to quickly do that now to see how they got on. And they... Okay, lost 1-0. So we're still within touching distance of West Ham, but with the fixtures that we've got remaining now, I think... we're giving ourselves, we're making it too hard for ourselves. Wolves losing out to Burnley today. Starting lineup was different. It was interesting. We saw Sarr starting goal. Sace came in for the injured Kilman. Cody and Bolly at the back. Johnny and Semedo both as the wing backs today with Dendoncker and Matinho. And then we saw Hwang start with Jimenez and Fabio Silva both starting up front. And when you look at that lineup, you think maybe we're going to see Jimenez and Silva a little bit more central and that sort of Hwang in the hole. But it wasn't really that. We saw Fabio as the central striker and Jimenez more or less playing as a right winger. And throughout the first half, I didn't dislike it so much. I think Jimenez could have probably tried to get involved a little bit more. I was hoping it was going to be the case where Jimenez would drift inside a lot more and Hwang would almost have this sort of free role. And we looked pretty dominant, mainly due to Burnley's errors and mistakes. They were losing the ball, very poor passing, losing possession quite easily. We were winning a lot of 50-50s. But still, and it's been the story of the season, we just do not have that final ruthless touch and finish into the back of the net. And that's something that's got to change next season. Whether it's formation, whether it's personnel, Wolves got to start to find the way, and Bruno Lage has got to start to find the way to get Wolves scoring more goals. And I think one of the big reasons for that, and it's something that happened a lot in the second half, was just no natural playmaker in the Wolves squad. You got Matinho and Dendoncker playing fairly deep. And there was so often today where there was no link-up once again. And I've said it a number of times this season. No link-up between the midfield and the forward men. I thought Hwang could have been that player today. Again, for me personally, another disappointing performance from him. And it's just a game that screamed out for a number 10. You look at the likes of, Pedence obviously injured. I think he would have filled the role quite well. You look at the likes of Morgan Gibbs-White, obviously in the Championship. Can he step up next season and do a role like that? I don't know. But second half, I don't know what happened. Obviously, Burnley were up for it. Burnley, I was going to say need the points more than us, but Wolves still needed the points. Bruno has spoke this week about how Wolves still want to fight for Europe. Well, for me, there wasn't enough fight in that performance. And if we want European football, we have to be beating teams like Burnley. No disrespect to them. And look, I suppose in the first half, yes, we looked dominant, but that game was exactly how Burnley would have wanted it. They don't dominate possession. They don't have loads of attacks and shots, but they know that one chance or one half chance they get, they're going to put in the back of the net, and they did exactly that. For the goal, I don't know where Sace is. I think he's in no man's land. Bolly's come across to try and stop the cross, and obviously the free man in the middle of the box in the end puts it into the near post and scores. So it's frustrating. A very well-worked goal from Burnley's point of view, but from Wolves' point of view, defensively disastrous. And we couldn't score past them for the first 60-65 minutes. So when they're a goal up, it's going to be even harder. And that's how Burnley have done it historically. How they've stayed in the Premier League is performances like that. And our record against them is not great. And this isn't just a problem of Bruno Lage, but under Nuno as well. I always found the teams that sit extremely deep, we find so hard to break them down. We tried the little intricate passes at times, but not enough. And it was just sloppy from a second half. I don't know. I'm surprised Fabio Silva came off. I thought he did quite well. I probably would have brought Hwang off for Neto and sat him in behind Fabio and Jimenez for a little while to see how it was going. I thought Fabio, again, was the only one sacrificing a little bit and trying to press the Burnley players and bring the ball forward. I'm not saying it was a perfect performance because there were once or twice where, we probably should have released the ball a little bit earlier. But it is what it is. Another frustrating afternoon. Obviously, I'm fortunate enough not to have gone due to other commitments today. And fair play to everyone that went. But Burnley now in a fantastic position for survival. Huge win for them. Fair play. They probably deserved it based on our second half performance. And could you say season over now? I'm just looking at the table now. 3 points behind West Ham. Do have a game in hand, but obviously that game in hand's against City. if we want any chance, and that's any chance, we've got to beat Brighton next week. We've got to beat Norwich towards the end of the season, and we're going to have to try and get something against Chelsea, Liverpool, or City. So it's going to be a tricky end to the season. It looked like from that Bulls performance, our players were already on the beach, and they thought the season was done already. Standout performers, I thought Bolly was okay. I thought Bolly did quite well, won a lot of 50-50s, but other than that, I'm disappointed. You know, if the game ended at half-time at 45 minutes, I would have been fairly happy because it was a lot more positive than the Newcastle performance, but we just didn't build on that momentum at all. And yeah, something's got to change going forward. Whether, like I said, whether that be the change in formation, we did see 4 at the back for a little bit, or whether we see a more attacking player and a better striker coming in the summer, who knows. But guys, let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. Hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and yeah, I'll see you all very, very soon.